Hey everyone, and welcome back to the one, the only paparedfishing channel. Hey, so today I'm going to come up and start with the second in my series of our baitmaker box trade, where we've got a group of about 15 custom bait makers, and we are part of a group where we are doing a monthly trade. Some of us are making lures, some of us are hand pouring lures, some are injecting. Some really cool stuff. So we're doing a lot of swapping, and I made a promise to myself that I'm going to do a video for each one of these that I do per month. So this month I was chosen to send a bait to Big Booty Baits. If you guys haven't checked him out, check out his stuff on Instagram. Does some really cool stuff. He's purchased a couple baits for me in the past, so I can't send him a Papa Plop or I can't send him a Mass Bandit. So I started thinking about I'm going to do the next best thing. So right about here, I'm going to insert a picture of his logo. It's really cool. Obviously, Big Booty Baits. So his logo is a big booty. So what I did was I got a little creative, and I'm going to make a custom one-of-a-kind lipless crank, and I incorporated his logo into the bait. So here we go. Ready? Drum roll, please. That's going to be our lipless crank. There you can see his logo with an eyeball on the side instead of the tattoo. But that is what we're going to make, and we're going to make this really cool looking. We're going to paint the front of this just like his logo. We're going to paint the rear of this fish just like a fish, and it's going to be pretty cool. So anyway, I'm not going to waste a lot of time talking. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram at papa.red.fishing. Thanks for following this. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. But now, let's get down to making some baits. Here we go. All right. Well, we got a nice piece of poplar here. It's not a 1x, so this is a little narrower than normal. It's a 1/2 inch. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out, get it glued up, and get it on the bandsaw. Alright, I'm going to score these lines so I know exactly where to carve for the logo. I've already got it cut on this side. Obviously that didn't work, so we're going to score these. I drew this out by hand. Alright, so I've got everything scored on both sides. The eyes are marked, and then I marked on the back. Get this glare out of the way. You see my center line, and I'm going to taper this down, and you can see it's going to kind of end right where the top of the booty is. So I'm going to be real careful with the belt sander when I take this angle off. Alright, so please don't pay any attention to my shop. It's filthy. I need to clean, but I'm going to be heading up to Wisconsin week after this, and that's going to put me right up against the date that I need to ship this bait out. So we're going to clean this later. We are going to do the best we can to get this thing knocked out. So we're going to do some carving. We're going to leave the top of this nice and flat, just like we would any other lipless, but we're going to really start getting some of this detail and get this logo to really stand out. You know, if you didn't know you were looking at a logo there, that's a kind of a cool gill pattern. We might be onto something here, big booty. Okay, so the rough carving's done. You know what time it is. Yeah, here we go. Don't worry, I'll make it quick for you. Okay, so most of the sanding's done. I told you I'd make it quick on you. It's about an hour, hour and a half later. Not quite an hour, about an hour. So originally I had the hole marked for the center of the eye right there, but this is the size of eye I want to go with because that's what it's going to look like, and I really like that size of eye on there. So anyway, this is looking really cool. There's the booty. There's the crankbait. You can't even tell. I mean, you're going to be able to tell once I paint it, but that's actually a pretty cool gill design. I like this thing. So I was just finished up the eyes, and I had already added this detail on the bottom. So I went ahead and I added one on top too, just to give a little more separation of that logo. I like this thing a lot. Alright, a little more sanding and then we'll drill a hole for some lead and get this thing all weighted up. Alright, we're going to put our lead right there. We're going to put a decent little amount in there. Hopefully get this thing to do a little shake. Shake that booty. I'm sorry, that was bad. Well, I got to apologize. I know how much it breaks your hearts, but I forgot to hit record when I did my final sanding, so you don't get to see it. So I apologize. I know, I'm sorry. But anyway, here we have it. I went ahead and I sealed up the lead hole with the baking soda and super glue, and then topped it with the UV resin and sanded down nice and smooth. You see it's real good contour, but there's our big booty. And we're going to seal this up. We're going to drill some holes for our hardware. We're going to seal it up with a thin coat of Illuma UV. That'll give it a real nice smooth finish. And we should be ready to paint. Stop chit-chatting. Let's go. All right, well, it's a few days later. Been kind of crazy busy with work lately, but I'm finally ready to start laying down some paint on this bad boy. So here's where we're at. You can see everything's kind of been clear coated, sanded, cleaned out. Trying to decide if I'm going to go ahead and paint this like the logo and then this like a fish, or just, I mean, the logo kind of makes it look like a neat little gill pattern. I could just paint this like a fish, and then when you look closer you'd see the logo, you know, when you turn it. But I don't know, maybe I'll just paint the logo like normal, see how it looks, and then I can always paint over if I don't like it. Talking out loud, I'm not sure. Let's get some white paint on here and we'll start there. All right, I decided we're gonna go ahead and do the logo in the colors that he has it, and we're gonna see how it looks in conjunction with the body of a fish. No idea what's gonna happen here. Nice thing is you can always paint over it. So here we go. I'm not sure why I didn't do this before, but I just plugged in the light for this camera, but now you can see that color. Okay, well, I ended up cutting out a stencil, so now I've got the whole heart shape masked off. So now I can go ahead and paint whatever fish I want on here. Thinking about going with maybe a perch with the gold undertones. I think that'd look cool with the peach. So maybe we'll do that. Well, against my better judgment, I'm going to film myself attempting this. All right, well, there we have it. We'll put an eyeball in there. I am really happy with the way this turned out. Let's finish it up. That's cool. Well, there she is, fresh out of the clear coat, all cured. Put the hooks on there. There she is, the booty shaker, custom one-of-a-kind crankbait for big booty baits. So we're going to take this out, we're going to get it wet, we're going to water test it and everything real quick, and don't know that he's going to be doing too much fishing with this, but he can. It's definitely a functional crankbait, but I love it. Hope he does too. So let's try and get out to the lake and do some testing. And actually probably don't want to catch a fish with this, but we'll see. We'll get some footage and we'll get this thing sent out, and hopefully he likes it as much as I do. I like that a lot. That's neat. To the lake. There's Mama Bears. We're out the lake. She's doing her usual, pulling in crappie, pulling in bass. But here we got the booty shaker. So we're gonna go over here across the road, let her do her thing, but we're gonna throw this thing in and get a little bit of footage, see what it does. Yeah, nice tight little wobble. I don't know if you guys can see that under the water. I hope you can. Nothing major. It's a nice little lipless crank. So we'll throw it out here a little bit. And really not sure that I want to catch a fish with this. Don't want to get any hook rash or teeth marks, but definitely works good. It looks good. The bass out here were up on the beds last week, so this might end up enticing something to hit if they've spawned. This side of the road doesn't usually do too well. We're going to walk over to the other side, see if we can't get maybe a little something. Mama Bear's out there fishing with her minnows. Let's see. There's a couple. There's a bass right there. Let's see. We'll try it. Worst happens is I gotta touch it up. Alright, well, that's all I'm going to throw this. I'm fairly confident I could keep throwing this and catch a fish, but to be totally honest with you, I do not want to scratch this thing up in any way. It works fine. Good little design. Definitely shakes up like the booty shaker should. Got our logo. Nice little perch pattern. But we're going to go ahead and put this away. So, definitely works fine. We'll call this a successful test, even though we didn't catch a fish. But we're going to take this, head back to the bait shop, get this thing wrapped up and sent out to Big Booty Baits. And we'll probably do a live unboxing on Instagram, see his reaction. I really can't wait to see it. I know this is one of my favorite baits that I've made. I really like this design. I like how we integrated the logo. So anyway, we're going to head back to the bait shop after I do a little more fishing here. But we'll see you there. We'll wrap this thing up. All right, well, there you have it. You know, we threw the thing out. We got it wet. It works. It's a nice little, nice tight wobble on the booty shaker. I love that name. I'm sorry, I do. Obviously, the appeal of this bait is more the artistic value, integrating the logo with a functional lipless crankbait. Hopefully, Big Booty Baits. I hope you like this, buddy. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing as far as checking out my videos, following me on Instagram. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, share this with your friends. I want to really get get this out there. This bait maker trade, I'm excited about all the different opportunities it's going to give me to do some custom baits, some custom lures. Again, thanks for following. Appreciate it. It's fun hanging out with you guys. I will see you guys next time. Papa Red out.